Alright, it's Mr. Rav again. I got another video. This is for my piano class. And this video is going to show you a couple of BandLab things. Let's start. You should have already created your BandLab account. Now we are going to start our scale building assignment. You click that link. It's going to take you to BandLab. I'm going to log in. You can use your link to log in. It'll take you right to teacher assignment. For me, it's going to look different because I am the teacher. The first thing you're going to do is listen to those instructions. I'll play some of it. I'm going to press the S. That's going to solo, allowing me to hear this track and only this track. You can also use the M button. This mutes another track, which will stop all of the audio. So you can either solo this or mute what you don't want to hear. It's up to you, but that's what these two buttons do. So let's listen. Okay, so here are your instructions for this build your 12 major scales. You are going to create a track. Okay. So it has instructions there. Once you've already heard the instructions, you delete them. You go over here, click these three buttons, and you also delete this track. So like I said, you already have 5 different scales that have already been made, or at least 5 different tracks. Let's play this one. Okay, so we see the duration of each note is 2 beats, which would be a half note. So if you look at the fourth note is F, which is why this scale right here is the F major scale. And so for this will be, let's open the piano. So we have F, whole step from F, G, whole step from G, A, whole half step from A, B flat, whole step from B flat, C, whole step from C, D, whole step from D, E, half step from E, F. Now that I know all of the notes, I'm going to mute this scale. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to record. You press this red dot to record. You want to make sure this blue triangle is on. This is your metronome. This is going to help you stay in rhythm. Now I'm going to record. Okay. So in order to stop the recording, you can either use your mouse to click on stop, or you can press the space bar. The space bar can be used to start or stop the track. Now let's listen to what we have. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to find the fourth note. That would be, what note is this? What note is that? So that's the next scale that we start on. So what may happen when you're using your keyboard to do this, you may have to start here and then work your way back down, because this B flat isn't going to let you go all the way up. Or you can use your mouse. Let's try that. So now we have all the notes. Now let's record. Okay, so that's the B flat scale. So you're going to do this following this pattern. You're going to make your way back to C. So this is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 7 more to go after A flat. Let's do one of them. Let's do the one that comes after A flat. So in order to create another track, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can go up to the top left and click Add Track. Go to Virtual Instrument. And it's automatically going to select the piano. So we need to figure out which scale comes after the A flat major scale. And we're starting each scale on the 4th note. So let's find A flat. That's A flat. So we need a whole step. This next note is B flat. We need another whole step. Let's see. Now we need a half step. Okay, so this 4th note, we're gonna call this note C sharp. So I'm gonna change the name of this instrument to C sharp. This is going to be the C sharp major scale. I'm going to mute this one. And I'm going to record the C sharp major scale. I'm going to go up here, start the recording. It looks like it didn't record that first note, so I need to do this again. Okay, so I think I just covered all of the basics. You start the assignment with teacher assignment. Once you open the assignment, you will see the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scales are done for you. So the next one you'll create for yourself will be the sharp, and you can follow the same pattern. The next scale you do will be a sharp, so you don't need to call it a flat. Call it a sharp, and it's going to take you through all of the other notes, and you're going to end up back at C. Use that pattern. You don't count the first note as a whole step. You only count the distance between the first note and the second note as a whole step. So remember that as you're building these scales. Make your way back to those discussions. And each class needs to have those 12 scales done. All right, reach out if you have any questions. That is it.